Alright, folks. So we're going to show you the end of Darkwood today. The other end. I guess, and for folks that weren't here, we're just going to do both of them. Yeah, might as well. There we go. Puts us right back at the beginning of the epilogue, after we burnt down the living tree, the talking tree. Make sure that my video feed is up real quick. There we go. There we go. There you go. Okay. I went 3 minutes showing this without any video a second ago, so I had to restart. The stream. Alright, here we are. Beyond the forest. Well, still in this part of the forest, but the tree's gone. And we are out of survival mode now. Don't even have any, I can't even tab into my equipment tab anymore. Don't have any weapons or flashlights or anything. So we are just happy to be alive and out of the cursed woods. Y'all let me know if y'all are seeing the, video and if the audio is good, because, yeah, my bad. Look at that. Civilization. Power poles, power lines. Oh, good. All right. Here we go. Oh, my. Buildings. Concrete. And they're gone. Uh-huh. Who's gonna eat the bread now? It is a neat... yeah. It is a neat mechanic that they do with your field of vision when you're not looking at something. Like, objects are still there. You got object permanence. But you can't be sure whether living things are still there. So they block those off, like enemies and other people, that kind of thing, when you're turned away from them. It makes sense. It's like you can safely assume the bench and the building are going to stay there, but you don't know where this person's going to be next, so they are essentially just gone, until you look at them. It's a cool way to do it. Hopscotch. I never understood it. Hippity hoppity scotch. My first floor neighbor. Good day. First word our characters ever said, I think. Good day to you. I mean, they narrate, but they don't. They haven't talked with anyone else. My mailbox. I think there's something inside. Postcard from my parents. I'll read it later. It's a game of chance. But yeah, it does. It does it. The field of vision cone works great for this horror kind of setting. It's a really cool mechanic that I'm not sure if I've seen elsewhere. Where pleased to see you, mister. Haven't seen you in a while. Where NPCs and enemies just aren't there when you're looking away. It adds tension. Dupa. Yeah, it's probably the work of the kids from the neighboring apartment block. I wonder if it'll let me back down those stairs. Because I do. Okay, no. I'll show you all when I come back to do the other ending. I'll explore more down there. Be it ever so humble, no place like home. Home sweet home. Wardrobe. It's my wardrobe. I'm going to take off my coat. Doggy. Hi, Zurich. Missed me? Good boy. I have a doggy. The black and white Reuben. A real luxury. Unfortunately, it's broken. Pubber. That's some fabric. A bedroom key. I'm just gonna get nice and warm. Very tired. I'd prefer to lie down in my regular bed. Bathroom. Sink. Washing machine. Toilet. The Frenia washing machine. Spent 2 days in queue to get it. Someone's note is lying on the table. I made you some soup. Heat it up. The old trusty gas stove. There's still some soup in the pot. Is it a good Zarzar? Yeah. I grab the largest dish from the closet under the sink and pour myself a bowl. It's not much, but it's enough. I don't remember the last time I've eaten a home dinner. Noodles. Noodly. Noodles. Beddy bed. It's my bed. The white crumpled sheets look as if I've just woken up. At last, I feel my sore legs buckling underneath me, my body becoming heavy and overwhelmingly lethargic. Ugh. It was a grueling journey, 55 days of human torment. Go to sleep. A sedating warmth washes over me, a warmth of security and happiness. I mean, silk is kind of a very good material that's like memory foam-ish. It kind of hugs your body very well. It contours to your form well. Or, yay, sleepy. Or velvet. Or I guess velvet's a little scratchier, though. The rustle of the woods, stretching away to the horizon, kept the stranger awake for a long time. Eventually, fatigue washed over him, and the man fell into a deep, much-desired dream. Burning the tree opened the road home for many anguished inhabitants of the forest. Only 3 outcasts dressed in old rags and scraps lamented over its charred remains. The wolf finally satisfied his ever-insatiable hunger. After he finished carefully gnawing on every single bone of what remained of the chicken lady's sister, he disappeared into his hideout. He supposedly spent the rest of his existence chasing his own tail. Oh yeah, we ate Mushroom Granny in the last episode. It was horrible. It's horrifying. Like, the woman living with the chickens left her hut and journeyed into the forest in search of her missing sister. Since then, the chicken lady's house is inhabited only by wild poultry. Like, I know, I tried not to, but like I wanted this specific ending, like this way to get to the ending, and I'll tell you in a minute. The boy with the violin waited many weeks for the stranger to return. One day, the trap door leading to the underground opened once again. The little boy traveled through the tunnels into his great despair. He had to leave his trusty old violin behind him. But like, I did all the things that you need to do for her to give you the key to not eat her, but she wouldn't give me the key. Like, there must have been like a glitch in my game, or I missed something. Let's see. Pietruk rose above the treetops in his rocket made out of scrap. He smiled as, peeking through the small plastic window of his spaceship, he saw the Milky Way stars moving away at huge speed. No, we didn't trip after eating her, but she was supposed to, after you do certain things, she's supposed to give you a key. The barricaded cottage at the swamp became a prison for the 3 children. The oldest boy, kept locked in his room following his escape attempt, would long remember his only journey through the woods to visit the house overgrown with white mushrooms. So he was behind the door that Mushroom Granny had, but he wanted to be there, and she was just kind of protecting him. But like she was supposed to give you the key to the boy's room, and you needed the boy. You needed to return the oldest boy to his mom to get the gas tank. But yeah, it was horrible. It's like she's like, no, get away from me. You take a bite into Mushroom Granny's head while she screams. Mushroom juice spews out, and she's just awful. It's terrible. You eat her alive. But like I did all the things that I should have done, at least that I read I should have done to avoid having to eat her, and she just wasn't giving me the key. I know. It is awful. It's terrible. You get an achievement for it, for eating Mushroom Granny. I tried to avoid it, but the game wouldn't do the thing. No. I hated it. Alright, we can skip these credits. No, we can't. Yes, we can. No, I didn't do things out of order, I don't think. Either my game kind of glitched and wouldn't continue to the next, like, branch of dialogue where she'd give me the key, or I didn't do all the things necessary for her to give me the key. But what I was reading online, I got to a point where I had to look at a walkthrough. I'm pretty sure I did all the things. And I double and triple checked and just couldn't. It wasn't working. So I ate her. I ate her alive. I feel awful. Yeah, right. It sucks because there was another option for me too to get to the ending. I could have taken it without eating her, but I was pretty determined to finish the game the way I wanted to. So I ate her. I ate her alive. Oh, sorry, Mushroom Granny. All right, now for the true ending, maybe. The big tree. Yeah, it sucks because I put the extra time and effort in to not, I was like, I really don't want to eat you, and tried, but the game wasn't cooperating. And like, I think you don't get an achievement if you don't eat her. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not a, it's not an achievement I'm super proud of. If you do the thing and don't eat her, I don't think you get an achievement. It's like, you just did the standard thing. But it's harder to not eat her because like it's easier to take the easy way and just eat her from the start and save the boy. Because I must have gone back to her house like 4 or 5 times. And they're gone. Genghis. Hey, Genghis. How you doing, buddy? My first floor neighbor. Good day. Good day to you. Into the apartment. Let's see what else there is. Real quick, before we go inside the apartment. Oh, look. It's repeating. Oh, I'm lovely. Just finishing the epilogue to this game. There are 2 endings. One, like, standard good ending, and then one, I guess, true ending. And I love what they did with this. It's been a thing that I've been wanting to see in video games for a long time, and I feel like they pulled it off well here. Like this epilogue here, it seems somewhat normal, but something feels just a little off. And then if you just wander a little bit, you start to see that, oh wow, this there's more off than, like, it's very subtly, like, disturbing, and it kind of creeps and builds if you choose. You know, you could just go right up to your room and go to sleep, and that's the end of the game. Ah, I finally made it back. I know I ate grandma. I ate the grandma. But let's do some exploring. So now we're in the building's basement. These don't unlock. Oh my. The mushrooms that were in the forest are down here. Look at that shadow. It looks like one of those chompers from the woods, but it's like a shadow of it. It's not coming at me or anything. Most of these doors don't open. Yeah. There's some subtle creepiness going on. Makes the world not quite feel like it's being honest with me. Radio. Zimic. Sleep. Something's telling me to sleep. It wants me to sleep. Why does it want me to sleep? Now I don't want to sleep. Oh. Noises. Alright, so that's the basement. This is my staircase. And that's probably the work of that little punk from the 3rd floor. Boss. Got any spare change? Change. Can hear some crying. Crying baby. You're waking my kid. Oh, look. The lady left her fetus on the floor. Get the hell away. See, just little optional, stupid cow. Just little optional creepy things that if you blink, you'll miss them. Or if you're not in the right spot, you won't see them. It's very, very subtle, like, horror. And then she left her fetus on the floor. That's what that was. No. 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 Not penis. Fetus. I mean, the fetus might have one, but we don't know. So I guess in that sense, sure, but we have no idea. Still green. All right. Oh. Interesting that. What is that? What? And then the light cut out. Oh my. Yes, right? This game's making me feel very uneasy. Yeah, absolutely. The neighbor's bike. He could do something with it. It's been lying in the middle of the corridor ever since he broke the kickstand. Well, there's our apartment, but what if we just keep going a bit? Very interesting, that, isn't it? The rug is very much the same. Like the same position and everything every time we see that rug. This looks troubling. Mm. Yeah, I don't know how you'd pull off this kind of thing for an entire game, to where you could go through a whole story and it feels kind of normal. Like, I guess kind of Stanley Parable vibes, but like if you go on just the right track, the intended track or whatever, it just feels like a normal day, and you get a good happy ending. But if you veer off just a little bit, you things are not what they seem. I'd love to see a whole game do what this ending is doing. Oh man. Oh man. Tree roots. Oh boy. This is not my apartment. Not my apartment. Not my apartment. Oh. This door's open too. Home sweet home. Interesting that, isn't it? Just kept going in a loop. Things just got more disturbing, but somehow we still ended up in our apartment. Puppy. Hi, Zurich. Good boy. Oh my. Look at just the subtle roots under my appliances. I think the mechanic of the game is you have to have seen at least 2 of the 4 disturbing things. You have to have looked for, like, the fetus, the radio, the crack in the wall, and something else, I think. And if you experienced, like, a few of those things before getting... And the endless hallway. And if you experienced a few of those things, then these roots show up. A key. A key. I'm gonna go eat some soup. Got the note. Okay, and we'll do that again. And this time, eat some soup. Yummy soup. Soup da whoop. Hee, cool roots. Alright. Leave. Okay. Might want to look in the bathroom as well. That's all that stuff. Now. Puppy. I'm going to move this couch. Roots. These roots are growing out from under the floor panels. Same thing. Alright, so I think... Do I need to explore here? Yeah. Screwdriver. Cool. I'm gonna remove this flooring with a screwdriver. Fold the rug up. The music's changing. Living roots under my floorboards. This isn't over. I thought I was safe. I thought I was home. Chicken soup. There's something deeply wrong here. Right, to the bedroom. It's my bed. white crumpled sheets look as if I've just woken up. At last, I feel my sore legs buckling underneath me, my body becoming heavy and overwhelmingly lethargic. It was a grueling journey, 55 days of human torment. Look closer is now an option. Fighting off sleepiness with difficulty, I lean over the bed. The springs creak noisily under the weight of my hand. As I cast my glance on the light brown construction from plywood, I notice familiar features. They're elongated and arched. I can still smell the fresh sheets and pleasant warmth of the quilt. Look under the bed. I feel a gentle draft coming from the dark gap between the bed and the floor. Reach under the bed. My fingertips brush a thin layer of dust. Coldness, moisture. I'm touching something rough, but my arm is too short to catch it. I think I need to move the bed. These roots are growing out from under the floor panels. Let's go into the hole. Into the under the bed hole. So this is where I am. I'm naked at the roots of this tree. I wasn't in my apartment at all. I've escaped the dream. The man is fast asleep. He's smiling. He's hugging his knees with skinny, dirty arms. A swarm of flies is covering a black sore on his back. My hat. My coat. It's torn and covered with dried mud. Guess I don't need them. My paints? They're completely destroyed. Dirty, clumped hair cover the woman's face. She's murmuring in her sleep, clutching a rag doll filled with straw. Now, the moon has faded. The night is here. The sleep stole over my doll. So close. So close your eyes. I'm at the bottom of a huge valley. I feel the dry, dusty earth pulsating under my feet. Its face is covered in mud and sticks. It clutches a shiny stone in his hand. The sleeping man looks like a skeleton coated in skin. He smiles widely. Unsettling, absolutely. Dead. It clutches a muddy brass cross in both hands, repeating some incomprehensible words in his sleep. The figure's talking in its sleep, moving its hands as if caressing someone with affection. The figure sleeps on a muddy ground, resting its head on the chest of the skeleton lying next to it. The emaciated figure sleeps soundly, embracing the remains of a child. It hums something quietly in its sleep, swaying to the rhythm of a simple melody. I hear a faint whisper. Stasiuk, my little Stasiuk. Sleep, Stasiuk, sleep. The figure speaks to someone in its sleep, squeezing an old man's photo in its hand. The figure's dead asleep, and I'm unable to wake it up. Another sleeping figure. And another. And at this point, I think they just do another. They're asleep. They seem happy, even though they're emaciated and dirty. Some of them lie dead. This tree, this eldritch horror, is giving people pleasant realities to live in while it drains the life of them. It tried to do it to us, but we just woke up out of our dream sleep. So, this tree's littered with shiny stones. We'll collect all these stones that we can. Whatever we see. The earth is covered with thick bundles of dry roots that creak under my feet and old broken trees. Come on, gimme. You're dead asleep. Unable to wake it up. There we go, grabbed it. Yeah, a parasitic tree. Some kind of parasitic eldritch being. It definitely seems to use trees as a theme. Use the woods as a theme. Can't really explore them, but some of them are very much worshipping it, though. Sleeper, another sleeping figure. Okay. Let's take a look. The being. So this is what it is. It even looks like it has, kind of looks like a face. But almost as if it kind of takes on one to appease whatever it's enslaving. It's like, what, these humans? Yeah, let's give it let's make a human face. I think it goes away if I. Yeah, you can see it kind of morph into one as when I come up to it. Like it seems like it's there just to make people feel more comfortable around it, so it can then do that. I'm standing in front of an enormous being. I'm going to place my hand on the being. I feel an overwhelming, soothing feeling of security and happiness. The vast valley at the bottom of which I stand curves upwards, closing over my head. The rust of distant trees turns into a single silent murmur. I feel I'm coming home. To my flat, to my room with a window and a bed. Withdraw your hand. I feel a heat emanating from the being. I sense my pulse slowing down, a calmness. I want to rest. Come back home, to my bed. I want to lie down, to fall asleep. Withdraw your hand, keep fighting it. It's just trying to make you feel so comfortable. I don't want to do it. Still, my hand pushes the being away. The warmth that was emanating from it disappears, replaced by piercing coldness. It makes you so comfortable. And just like being away from it, if you've interacted with it, is the most uncomfortable thing. Oof. Metjek. The man mumbles in his sleep. He's emaciated and dirty, but his face is radiant and calm. He clutches a rusty object covered with old beads. Some weapon? Listen to the murmurs. The man is talking in his sleep. These are only snippets of sentences, single words, spoken gently and slowly. It's hard to find any meaning in them. Push the figure. Leave! Without opening his eyes, the man clumsily waves his hand at me, then covers his head with it and freezes. Try to take the metal item from the man. Leave! The man waves his hand again. This time he grabs my arm. Without opening his eyes, he turns his head towards me. I recognize him. He's one of us. I try to snatch the item from the man's hands.
Leave! Can you fucking hear me? I won't let you take her!
The man clenches his teeth with the fury of a maniac. Saliva flows from his mouth.
It's hurting her! You'll tear her arms out!
Hit the man and grab the item.
Don't! Leave her! No!
Luckily, someone brought a flamethrower down here.
I beg you! Give her to me!
Get another shiny stone. Huge roots block the way. Even if I manage to climb down, everything's surrounded by a steep slope overgrown with thick roots. There's no way out. Poor guy. But we can't let this stand any longer. We can't let this being keep taking people. Being a parasite on humanity. This has to end. I must end this. Oh, shiny stone. I have no idea, but I think that's all the shiny stones.
What are you doing? Leave us alone.
Are there any other ones? Any other shinies? Maybe up this way?
You'll kill us all!
I don't think there are. Alright. Well, doctor. It's the doctor. He's fast asleep. Huh. Even the doctor's here. Alright.
You'll die with us. You'll kill us all.
Time to end this.
You'll kill us all.
No! No, please!
Leave us alone.
Now it's sickening on us. We have to... Poor people. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They've all become so entranced that now they are trying to protect it. Can't let them suffer anymore, though. It's a dark way to do it, but this is the way. So sorry, people. Path opened up. The fire's coming! He has a gun! No! Girl trying to get out.
Let me pass. Move.
Faster! This is fine. It got me. A great fire consumed the woods for a couple of days, gradually claiming many of its inhabitants. So what likely happened when we went inside the talking tree, it probably immediately just latched onto us, and that whole epilogue was, the whole going to the apartment, burning the tree was all just fabricated. The fire consumed the last road leading to the heart of the woods. There's definitely some early evidence for that happening, too. The doctor who did not wake up even as the flames came closer. The three outcasts wearing old rags and scrap, who grief-stricken under the enormous, completely burned tree, didn't even attempt to run. The elephant family, who did not leave their house at the swamp, even as the flames started consuming it. The boy with the violin, who remained alone in the old hut at the swamp without a chance of escape. The chicken lady, who set out into the woods in search of her sister and lost the way. And the last living inhabitants of the flooded village consumed by the flames at the very end of the road leading home. But not everyone perished. Piotrek did not live to see the fire. Before the flames appeared, he rose above the treetops in his rocket made of scrap. He looked through the small spaceship window. He smiled the last time. The Milky Way stars looked so beautiful, even now when moving away at a huge speed. That's him crashing, moving away at a huge speed. The fate of the man with the wolf snout remains unknown. We'll assume Wolfie got out. And that's Darkwood. Yep. Oh, I love the epilogue. It's very spooky. Like, oh yeah, you're good. You win. You get to go home, go to sleep. You're fine. Enjoy your life. And then if you just look around a little bit, no. Oh no. It has me. This is fake. This is all fake. Very well done. Very well done. But yeah, the last time when I played through on Friday, we got the gas. We had to eat Mushroom Granny, and then after we did that, we got the key to the room beside her, which behind it in that room was the child we were looking for. So we grabbed him. I think we literally lugged him over our shoulder and took him back to his mom, who then gave us an oxygen tank. We took that oxygen tank and used it to go under the roots of the talking tree, because there was like a big reservoir of water that we needed to dive into to get to the roots. So we did that, and once we were in there, things did start getting kind of repeaty, like hallways were repeating. Like, oh, that's weird. So I think that was the start of it. That's when the tree got us, when we went to its roots. But we went through the repeating hallways, and we came to the base of the tree, and we lit it on fire. And we then went out the way we came and went to our base for the night. And during that night, like, you could hear screaming from the living tree, from the talking tree. So many bodies were part of it. When we went to our base to survive that night, a fissure opened up and a bunch of fire tree zombie dupe people, fire sycophants, with their tree religion, came at me, and I had to fend them off for the night. And then went to where the tree was the next morning, and it was gone, and there was a path open out of the forest. Followed the road, and then we got to the epilogue. Yeah, I know. I guess Mushroom Granny didn't die in a fire, but she got eaten. That was pretty bad. That's a sad way to go. All right, so yeah, that was Darkwood. Very good, atmospheric survival horror. It did a fantastic job, I think, of keeping a tense atmosphere for like 33 hours is how long I played it. I guess closer to 34 now that I redid the endings there. But yeah, as far as a horror experience goes, like I guess there was a point in that last 5 hours where it started definitely feeling like, okay, I can handle anything now. So after I got the assault rifle, which was definitely an optional, hard to find one. But even then, you only had so much ammo. But yeah, for most of the game, and even after I had that rifle, they did a really good job of instilling and just providing a tense horror atmosphere throughout the whole game. So yeah, very well made people who made Darkwood. And like, yeah, not generally a genre that I tend to go for, the survival genre. You know, I couldn't really get into Don't Starve. It didn't really grab me. But like this survival crafting genre, and this one's survival crafting top down. So like, it's got some things going for it that for me make me want to not play it initially, but I had heard a good review of it, so that's why I tried it, and I was once I got what it was going for, yeah, it was very good. Alright, so that's Darkwood. That's gonna be it for today. Thank y'all for hanging out. Oh, I got a dental appointment in a few hours, so I'm gonna have lunch and then clean my teeth and get ready for that. Yeah. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Yeah. Cool. See ya.